Okay, so MRSM paper 2. So this is the last video I will make for the final revision. So same thing like the SPP paper 2, I will only do 7 questions in the section A, and then section B and C, you will I will just go through with you. Okay, but if you want to send okay, if you're not sure, you can still ask me WhatsApp or chat, right? Okay, let's go. 7 questions, 7 questions, and then we're done. All right, number 1. Given the function fx equals to negative 4x squared minus 4x plus 2, okay, by using the method of completing the square expressed in this form. So this is called the vertex form, okay, vertex form. And if you want to change the equation from general form to vertex form, you need to do completing the square, all right? But before doing completing the square, always make sure that the part A must be positive 1. So you have to take out the negative 4. Means everything have to divide negative 4. So you get x squared here. Negative 4 divided negative 4 is positive x. 2 divided negative 4 is negative 1 over negative, wait, let me think. 1 over 2, right? Yeah. And then it will be negative 4, big bracket, x squared. Now you can start doing completing the square. So plus bracket square and then minus 1 over 2 minus bracket square. And inside the bracket, you have to put b over 2. So the b in this case is 1, 1 over 2 and then 1 over 2. Okay, so it'll be negative 4, big bracket, bracket square. Here will be x plus 1 over 2 square. This one, tak payah tengok. And then minus 1 over 2, minus 1 over 2 square is 1 over 4. And then you get negative 4, big bracket, x plus 1 over 2 square. Negative 1 over 2 minus 1 over 4 is just negative 6 over 4, right? And 3 over 2, okay? And then now, 3 over 4, okay? And now, I just have to darab masuk the negative 4, so you get negative 4 bracket x plus 1 over 2 square. Negative 4 times negative 4 over 4 is plus 3, right? So that's it, that's the answer, all right? That's the vertex form. So sudah siap lah. Okay, that's soalan A. Soalan B, they want you to sketch the graph for this. Remember when you sketch, remember the step is always you have to start by doing b squared minus 4ac. Okay, always. So B, soalan B, right? I'll do it here lah. So soalan B, they want you to sketch fx equals to negative 4x squared minus 4x plus 2, right? Let's check and see. Okay, yes. All right. So how I want to sketch? First, look at the A first lah. The A is negative 4, so you know automatic is a set face, right? And then you will do b squared minus 4ac. That's step number 1. You know, we did this in class, all right? So step 1, always do b squared minus 4ac, because I want to know where to draw my x-axis, right? So I will do b squared minus 4ac. My b is negative 4. My a is also negative 4. My c is 2. And let's see whether I get positive or negative. So here is 16. Here is plus 32. So I get 48, which is bigger than 0. So I should draw my x-axis down here, right? Because it has 2 different roots. Okay. After doing b squared minus 4ac, I will try to find the roots or the x-intercept. And how will I do it? I will do when y equals 0. Because I need to know the x-intercept, right? So when y equals 0 means fx equals 0. So negative 4x squared minus 4x plus 2 equals 0. Divide by just tukar tanda for everything. Divide negative, divide negative, divide negative, right? Then everything divided by 2. So 2x squared bagi 2, 2x bagi 2, 1, and then bracket, 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 bracket. So here will be 2x, x. Okay, let me get my calculator. Wait. Back. So let me tekan my calculator. Mode degree 2. A is 2, B is 2, C is negative 1. So I get like, oh, I get ugly answer, right? And I get the answer I got is cannot change to fraction. You know, I cannot change the fraction. So means what I have to do? It means I have to erase this, and I have to use the quadratic formula. Okay, what's the quadratic formula? Negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac. Because I got ugly answer, so I have to use this over 2a. And the b will be 2, 2. The a will be 2, 2. The c will be negative 1. And then now I solve this. 2 times 2 is 4. here is -2 plus minus square root 2 square is 4. 4, okay, -8, +8, 4 plus 8, 12. So I will have two answer. Okay, let's tekan -2 plus square root 12 over 4. So I'll tekan square root 12. And then I'll tekan bracket -2 plus answer. And then answer divide 4. So I get 0.3660. Okay. 3660. And then the other one would be square root 12 equals and then -2 minus answer and then answer divide 4. -1.366. -1.366. Okay, and now you can finally write it at the roots here. So the negative one, that's the smaller one, I will write here. And then the 0.366, I will write here. Right? And do you remember just now, you got take this equation and do completing the square, change to vertex form. It means you can actually tell what's the maximum point here, because just now you do already, right? You do the completing the square, and the 1/2 when you take out, it becomes -1/2, 3. That is the maximum point. And if you try to take this point and this point, you find the middle. You take these 2 points, you add together, divide by 2. You will really get -1/2. Okay, that's how you know like you did it correctly. Okay, so you can try. Okay, you can try taking this number and this number, add together and find the middle, the axis of symmetry. You will get -1/2 also. All right. Now you will draw the y-axis, and the y-axis will be somewhere here lah, because this is -1/2. So 0 must be here, right? Because this is 0.366. So it must be somewhere here, right? And you can actually find this point also, but you have to find when x equals 0. So now you do when y equals 0, now when x equals 0, right? So you will muscle into here, and you will get fx equals to 2. Or you can also say y equals to 2. So 0, 2. So this is 2. And I'm done, right? So this one you write fx and write the equation fx equals to -4x squared minus 4x plus 2. So inilah jawapan dia, right? They ask you to sketch, right? Yeah, that's the answer. Okay. Remember, this is always the step for sketching. All right. Okay. C. Given point PRS lies on the graph fx -4x 4x plus 2 such that x has to be bigger than 0. If the vertical, okay, where's point P? Lies on the graph such that s bigger than 0. So point P, the coordinate is RS, and the s is positive number. The s is positive number, means the y coordinate of P is positive. So y has to be positive, means point P cannot be here, right? Cannot be here, because if it's here, then the y coordinate is negative. Same thing, it cannot be here also, because if it's here, then the y coordinate is negative. So the point P will be somewhere up here lah. Okay, it will be somewhere up here. So, but it says lies on the graph, lies on the curve, right? It means it can be here, somewhere here also can, or here also can. Okay, so let's just assume that it's here lah. Okay, so the 2 I write over here. This one I erase. All right, so let's just assume P is here lah. P and then RS. Okay, so your S is positive, and then now what you do, it's okay. You don't you just assume any point on here the graph. Okay, and then they say the vertical distance of P from x-axis is 0.44. Okay, so the distance of P from x-axis is from x-axis. It means the distance here is 0.44. It means the height here is 0.44. Maksudnya point P is actually R 0.44. Okay. Yeah, because when you tarik to the y coordinate, is the distance here is 0.44. And then find the horizontal distance of P from axis of symmetry. Okay, first of all, you need to find the R first. You need to find the x coordinate first. So how to find? So soalan C, you gantikan the 0.44 into this equation. So it becomes fx equals to -4x squared minus 4x plus 2. And then you gantikan the y coordinate 0.44 to get the x value. All right. So you ganti 0.44 here, and then you try to factorize this. So let's make it positive, and then pindah jadi general form. So 4x squared plus 4x, 0.44 minus 2, -1.56. Right? And you should factorize this, right? So you will use your calculator to factorize. Let's see whether I get a pretty answer or ugly answer. So, all right. So 4 and negative 1.56. Okay, I get a very pretty answer because I get 3 over 10. 3 over 10 and also negative 13 over 10. It means I don't have to use quadratic formula like just now. I can just use factorization method, but I cannot write like this. I cannot write like this. X negative 13 over 10, x 3 over 10, and then 10x minus 3, 10x plus 13. I cannot write like this. Why? Because if you write like this, I got mentioned this before in class. After you write factorize like this, you always have to try to darat masuk this thing, and then you should get back yang atas. If you don't get back yang atas, means there's something wrong. Okay, so if you write like this, can you see 10x times 10x will not get 4x squared. It means when you darat masuk this, you will not get back yang atas. So you don't write like this. So what you have to do first? You have to take the whole equation atas times 25. This whole thing you have to times 25. So that you become 100x squared plus 100x. And then the 1.56 you just tekan times 25, 39 equals to 0. And then now you factorize. Now x is equals to, just now you tekan, you get 3 over 10. And then the second answer is negative 13 over 10. Now you write 10x minus 3, 10x plus 13. Like this. This is the correct way. Okay? So yeah, that's the answer. Yeah. All right. And if you try to take this darat masuk, you will really get back yang atas. Okay. Okay. It's still not done yet because we just find the value of r. Okay. So obviously this one is. So obviously we know point P, the point P coordinate lah, right? So the point P coordinate is r 0.44. So the r, it can be 0.3, 0.44, but it can also be there's two answers, so it can also be either here on this side. So negative 1.3 comma negative 1.3, 0.44. Okay, 13 over 10 is 1.3. Okay, but what they want to find now actually, horizontal distance between horizontal distance of P from axis of symmetry. What's the axis of symmetry? The axis of symmetry is x equals to negative 1 over 2. All right, x equals to negative 1 over 2. So what is the distance between x equals negative 1 over 2 and point P? And the point P I already know is 0.3, 0.44, right? So what is the distance from here, negative 1 over 2, until here? What is the horizontal distance? You just take 0.3 minus negative 1 over 2. Betul? You just take 0.3 minus negative 1 over 2, and then you get the answer. So, okay, I will erase this. Horizontal distance, horizontal distance is equals to, so you take 0.3 minus negative 1 over 2. Okay, and then you get 0.8. Right, that's the answer. Okay, but maybe you will say something like this, right? What if you take the other value, the negative 1.3? Actually, you get the same answer also if you get if you take this, right? Because imagine x equals to negative 1.3 is like here. And then the axis of symmetry is here. So you will take negative 1 over 2 minus negative 1.3. And if you try taking this minus this, means negative 0.5 minus negative 1.3, you get 0.8 also. You get the same answer. Okay, so it doesn't matter lah. Okay, it's like up to you. You can you can use whichever. Ayo. It means it doesn't matter which x value you take. The distance to the horizontal distance doesn't matter. You take which one is still 0.8, right? Okay, let me write again. So how is it just now? Let's say I use the 0.3. So here is x equals 0.3. Here is x negative 1 over 2. So you will take 0.3 minus the axis of symmetry is negative 1 over 2. So negative 0.5. That's why it's 0.8. Okay. You can use the other x value also. You'll get the same answer. Let's go number 2. Okay, wait. Before that, let me check with the answer scheme. 0.53. Yes, correct. Okay. All right. So I think I did everything correctly. Yep. Let's go to number 2. Diagram 1.1 shows a square KLMN. So square sama panjang, sama panjang, sama panjang lah. Shows a rectangle PQRS. So Y sini pun Y, sini Z, sini pun Z lah. Okay. Given that the sum of perimeter for both quadrilateral is 68. So sum of both perimeter means x plus x plus x plus x. So 4x, and then plus with y plus y, 2y, and then z plus z is 2z equals to 68. Okay, sum of two perimeter. And then everything can divide by 2. So 2x plus bagi 2, bagi 2, bagi 2z, bagi 2, 34. And we have my equation 1. The length of, it means this is simultaneous lah. Yeah, this is simultaneous equation. Okay. The length of the rectangle PQRS, where is the length of rectangle PQRS? Length. This one, this is the length. Means y, right? Y is 4 cm more than the length. 4 cm more than the length of KLMN. So y equals to 4 plus x, equation 2. The ratio of the width. Width is the lebar. Lebar is the, this one. This is the lebar. Okay, the z. Okay, the z. So the ratio for z to the width of square, is x is 3:4. It means z over x is 3/4. And when you darab silang, you will get 4z equals to 3x. Okay, so I'll write here 4z equals to 3x. And this is my equation 3. Okay, and now I just solve this equation, then I can get my x, y, and z. Right? So how to do? Okay, you can use penggantian substitution, or you can also use penghapusan elimination. But for me, I think I will use, okay, let's see. Okay, yang ni ada x, y, z, yang ni ada x and y, yang ni ada x and z. I will put the equation 2 into standby first. All right. It means the equation, because the equation 2 have two unknowns, right? X and y. So I try to take equation 1 and equation 3, and then I try to hilangkan z. And how will I do that? So equation 2, saya takkan kacau equation 2. The equation 2, I will just leave it. I will just take equation 3, and then I cari single unknown. I will cari z, because I want to hilangkan z. So that later I can, after I hapuskan z from 1 and 3, then I can hapus again with 2. So I will do from equation 3, okay, let's write from 3, z equals to 3x over 4. So 3/4x. And then I call this equation 4, and then I sub 4 into 1. So that it becomes 2 unknown only. So 2x plus y plus z equals 34. Z is 3/4. Okay. And then now I get my equation. It's 2x plus y equals to 34 minus 3/4. I use my calculator. 133/4. Wait, betul ke saya buat? Oh, this one is x lah. I tertinggal the x, sorry. So this is 3/4x, sorry. Because z is 3/4x. And then I can see the x and the 3/4x boleh buat, right? So what is 2x plus 3/4x? 11/4x. And then plus y equals to 34. Okay, let's double check and see. Yeah, betul. And then I can take everything times 4 just to cantikkan. So times 4 is 4y times 4, 34 times 4. Let's tekan. 136. All right. So I can call this equation 5. And now I can finally take equation 5 and equation 2 and do simultaneous one more time, and then boleh already lah. All right. So I'll write here from 2. But you have to susun lah, because this one is x, y equals number. This one is just, or I can also use penggantian method. Yeah, can also. But I use penghapusan lah. So from 2, I just susun, I bring the x in front, jadi negative x plus y equals to 4. All right. And then I take the whole thing times 4. Or you can also times 11, because you want to do penghapusan, right? Just to make them the same. But actually, you want to use penggantian also can lah. Just gantikan the y4 plus x inside here also can, right? Okay, but if you use penghapusan, this will be how you do. This will be how you're supposed to do it lah. Negative x times 4 is negative 4x plus 4y equals to 16. Wait, betul lah? Yeah. And then I call this equation 6. And then I just do equation 5 and 6. I do penghapusan, right? So equation 5 is 11x plus 4y equals 136. And then equation 6, negative 4x plus 4y equals 16. 4y nak hilangkan, I will minus. So 11x minus minus jadi plus, so 15x, 4y minus 4 is 0, this one is 120. So x equals to 120 divided 15, I get 8, right? But I still need to find y and z, so I can masukkan mana satu pun boleh. Let's say I masukkan this one lah, right? So when x equals to 8, 11 times 8 plus 4y equals to 136. So y equals to 136 minus 88 equals answer divide 412. And I want to find z also. I can gantikan into maybe equation 3. So 4z equals to 3x, right? 4z equals to 3x. X is 8. So z equals to 24 over 4 is 6. So the answer is x equals to 8, y equals to 12, z equals to 6. All right. So that is the final answer. Okay, let's go to the next question, number 3. Okay, diagram 2 shows a semicircular. Semicircle means 180 degree. Okay, or in radian, it will be pi lah. Okay, because one circle is 2 pi. So half a circle is pi radian of a mini theme park with center O and a radius 16. So here is 16, here is 16, here also 16, here also 16, because these are all radius. Okay, sector SOR is a ball pool section. So ORS sector is a ball pool section. Okay, I don't know what's a ball pool, but it's okay. You don't need to know. You don't need to know the meaning actually. Okay, you just need to know this is the ball pool section, with the length of chord SR is 12 meter. So this SR is a chord, and the length is 12 meter. So boleh lah guna formula chord later, betul? So you have in circular measure we have 4 formula, right? We have the arc formula. Okay, S equals R theta, and then 1 over 2 R squared theta. That's the area formula. And then length of chord formula is 2R sine theta over 2, and the area of segment formula 1 over 2 R squared theta minus sine theta. Okay, this is the length of arc, this is the area of sector formula, this is length of chord, this is area of segment formula. Okay, so sector POQ is a children playground. Sector POQ, where is it? POQ. So this one is playground lah. CP lah, I call it CP. Right, children playground. The ratio of PQ ratio QR is 3:2. So PQ the ratio is 3, QR the ratio is 2, and it's the arc, the ratio of arc length. All right, 3:2. Okay, A, they say calculate value of theta in radians. So theta, where is it? It's here, right? So let's see how to find the value of theta. Can I assume this is 90 degree? Cannot lah, okay, cannot lah, okay, they never say ma, right? Unless they got say this is a quadrant lah. It looks like a 90 degree, but it's not lah, okay, we cannot assume like that. So how to find value of theta? Can I use the length of arc formula? No, I don't think so, because they never give you length of arc anything, right? Can I use the area of sector formula? I don't think so, because they never mention anything about area also in the soalan. Can I use the length of chord formula? Yes, they could give you the chord already. It's 12 meter. Okay, so that's how you know you will use the length of chord formula to solve A lah, alright? But what if all the 4 formula you cannot use? Then you have to use right angle triangle. Okay, remember that in circular measure, when all the 4 formula you cannot use, then it must be the using the right angle triangle. Okay, you must find right angle triangle and try to use Pythagoras theorem or the Socato. Okay, come back here. Calculate value of theta, use the chord formula. And the chord formula is 2R sine theta over 2. Okay, so we already know the R is 16. And then the sine theta over 2, the theta you want to find, right? So sine theta over 2 equals to 12 lah, because the chord is 12. And if I want to find theta, the theta answer will come out automatic in degree one, because there's a sign in front. So when you keep calculate this, when you solve this, you will get in degree. The theta will come out in degree. So 12 divide 2 divide 16, 3 over 8, 0.375. And then I shift sign this thing, 22 degree 2 minutes, 22 degree 1 minute. Okay. So theta over 2 equals to 22 degree 1 minute. Okay, wait, I want to tell you something here. Can you see theta? Okay, we learn in triangle, whenever we shift sign, we have to consider quadrant. Like for example, if sign positive, there will be quadrant 1, quadrant 2, right? You learn this in triangle. But for this case, you can see your theta is obviously in quadrant 1. So you don't have to worry about the quadrant 2 answer. Okay, you don't even have to write it also. Okay, because in the end, you will ignore that answer also. So you can just write one of it, and then theta equals to answer times 2. And then get 44 degree 3 minutes. Right, 44 degree
3 minutes. But they want the answer in radian, right? So finally, you just take this, you times pi divide 180 degree. Pi is 3.142. They say use 3.142 over 180. Because I want to change, right? So just use answer times 3.142 divide 180. So it's 0.76889. So 89 is 0.7689 radian. 7689 radian. So that's the answer for A. It means you know this is 0.7689 radian now. Okay. So that is the final answer for A. Okay. So 1 marks on A. Let's go to B. B is what? The yellow colored fence area is a waiting bay for parents. Where is the yellow fence area? So they are talking about here, the yellow area. This is the waiting area, waiting bay for parents. While their children are playing in the ball pool. So when the children play here, the parents will sit here and wait for them. Calculate the length of fence in meters for this area, for the waiting for this the yellow lah. So how to find the area? I mean how to find the length of fence? You just take the length of chord plus with the length of arc. Am I right? Because this is they want the length of fence means the perimeter lah. Okay, so you are finding the perimeter. Okay, so I'll write here the perimeter of the yellow region. It will be the 12. The length of chord is 12 plus with the length of arc. So let's find arc RS first. So I will use the formula S equals to R theta. So R is 16 times with theta is 0.7689. So you just tekan 0.7689 times 16. So you get 12.3024 cm. But I want the perimeter, right? The length of fence, right? So you can write length of fence is equals to 12.3024 plus with the length of chord 12, and then you get 24.3024 cm. Okay, and that's the answer, right? That is the answer. Okay, now we will move on to soalan C. Calculate area for children playground. Okay, children playground is where? Children playground is, okay, let's see. Children playground. So children playground is this, right? So I will use what formula? I will use the area of sector formula lah. And what's the area of sector formula? 1/2 r squared theta. Betul? So I will do here, soalan C. So I will use area equals to 1/2 r squared theta formula. But before that, I don't have the theta here. I know my radius is 16. Later I can masuk 16, but the theta I have to make sure in radian, and I have to make sure it's the angle here to here. But I don't know the angle here to here. Okay, you cannot assume it's 90 degree. Even though it looks like 90, it's not 90. Okay, so how to do? Okay, did you remember just now they got give you ratio? That's why labeling is so important in Addmaths, right? Like when you do state paper, labeling is so important. Okay, actually any question lah. When you do any question labeling is so important. Okay, because if you don't label, you will not realize that there's an info here. Okay, so now I got labeled. That's why I know this is 3 portion, this is 2 portion. That's the ratio, right? So actually, what you can do is you can find this whole angle. You take 180 minus this and find this whole angle, and then you bahagi into 5 portion, and then times 3. Then you will get the angle here. All right. So semicircle is 180 degree, but you don't take 180 degree. You take 3.142, right? So you will write angle POR. Angle POR. Okay, POR equals to. Okay, since this one is in radian, so I will take 3.142 minus, because the whole thing is 180 degree. In radian is 3.142 minus 0.7689. Okay, and then I will get my answer in radian also. So 3.142 minus 0.7689, I get 2.3731 radian. Okay, 3731 radian. And this 2.3731 radian is the angle POR. But I want POQ. So I will take the so if I want angle POQ, I will take 2.3731. I will divide by 5 portion first of all, because this is 3 portion, this is 2 portion. So I divide 5 because I want to know 1 portion berapa, and then I will times 3. Okay, because then I will know the angle for POQ lah. All right. So let's do this. All right. So what is answer? Divide 5 times 3. 1.4239. Okay. Or 1.424 lah. Okay, can also. So 1.424 radian. Okay. So I just write 4 salient figures, and now I can finally use the area formula. So the area of sector formula will be 1/2 r squared theta. The r is 16, the theta is 1.424. And you tekan this, then you get the answer already. Okay, so 424. All right, what's the answer? So answer, okay, 1.424 times 256 divided 2. So 182.27272 meters square. Right? So that's all. Itulah jawapan dia. Okay. One more thing is for this, you have to write meter. Okay, not cm. Okay, I just realized. Okay. So 3024 cm. Mm. Okay, because everything is in meter here. Okay. Yep, that's the answer. Right. Okay. Let's go. Number 4. Okay, this one is triangle lah. Okay, tengok pun sudah tahu this is triangle. So prove that cos square x over sine x plus sine x equals to 2 cos x and then cosec 2x. So when you do proving, you always try to change left hand side to right hand side ataupun right hand side to left hand side. But for this, but before proving, you should always write some working here or here, right? Always, okay? For example, here I can see, okay, this is cos square, this is sine x, right? This one is 2 cos x cosec 2x. Okay, actually I can change, right? Because cosec is 1 over sine, right? 1 over sine 2x. And I know the sine 2x, I can change to what? I can use the double angle and change to 2 sine x cos x. And then the 2 and the 2 can potong, the cos x and the cos x can potong. You just left with 1 over sine x, right? So I already decide I will start from left hand side. Okay, I will start from left hand side. It means I will starting down cos square x over sine x plus sine x. And I will try to change this to 1 over sine x. Okay. But you cannot stop there lah. After you change to 1 over sine x, you still have to reverse balik to here and then only you get here. So how to change to 1 over sine x? It's very easy because you see, even though this looks very complicated, but you know you only want supaya dia ada sign saja, right? So if you want other signs saja, then you tukar supaya dia ada sign saja lah. Cos square can I tukar supaya dia jadi sign? Yes. Boleh tukar jadi 1 minus sine square, right? And then this one is memang a sign already, so just leave it. This one is also memang sign already, just leave it. Okay, sine x. But if there's nothing here, it's actually over 1. Okay, so you can change it into single fraction. Okay, means you will take this one times sine x, atas pun times sine x. Okay, and then you can combine these two into a single fraction. So atas dia akan jadi 1 minus sine square x plus sine x times sine x is sine square x. And can you see minus sine square plus sine square is 0. So you just left with 1 over sine x. But you don't stop here because you have to change into this. Alright. So how to change into this? Times 2 lah. Times 2 bawah atas pun times 2. Okay. But if I never write this, then saya takkan tahu kena darab berapa. Okay. That's why I always write this working. Why I know need to times 2? Because I know I need to change it into 2 over 2 sine x. Okay. Because tengok sini. Because before I change to, okay, because this thing is actually 2 cos x and then 1 over sine 2x, right? And this is actually 2 cos x over sine 2x is 2 sine x cos x. And then only I potong. That's why it's just left with 1 over sine x here. That is why I know I need to times 2. Okay, I need to times 2 over 2 so that I can change it into 2 over sine 2x. 2 over 2 sine x, which is exactly what's here. But wait, how 2 over 2 sine x, but I want this one, right? So okay, actually you have to times 2 cos x lah, because remember you potong the cos x also. Remember just now you potong the 2, right? But you potong the cos x also. So actually you have to times 2 and then also have to times cos x. So you can terus sekaligus times 2 cos x. So actually you will get 2 cos x over 2 sine x cos x like this. Okay. Imagine if I never write this. Just imagine if I never write this. Confirm I cannot do. Confirm because how can you know you have to times 2 cos x? All right. If you never write this, you will never know. Okay. Okay. Now you can finally pecahkan jadi apa? You can finally pecahkan jadi 2 cos x times with 1 over 2 sin x cos x. And then it will become 2 cos x times with 1 over the 2 sin x cos x is sine 2x. And that's it. 2 cos x. This one is cosec because 1 over sine cosec 2x. So proven. Okay, that's the answer. All right, done. This is soalan A. Okay, soalan B, they want you to sketch this thing. Okay, before you sketch the actual one, let's draw a small one first. Okay, they want you to draw y equals modulo sine x. Means you just have to draw a sine graph. Don't have to be, it just have to be one cycle because the x is 1. So you just have to draw one sine graph and then modulus it. So this will be 0, this will be 2 pi. Amplitude is 1, -1, x, y. But you have to modulus it. So modulus, it becomes like this and then like this. This is the answer. The red color one is the answer. So now you already know the actual one. Now you draw the actual one. So sekarang you buat yang cantik-cantik punya lah. So this is the y-axis. And the x-axis, you can draw down a bit. Okay. And then this will be the x, this will be the y. And here will be 0. And then you will use 1 later. So just 1. Okay, you start from 0 and then, okay, let's draw a dotted line here. So you will go from here, go up, and then down, and go up again, down again. So this is my 2 pi. And the half of it is here, obviously. And then pi over 2 will be here. This will be 3 pi over 2. Siap, inilah jawapan dia. Y modulus sine x, right? Okay, let's look at question number 2. Okay, question number 2, they say, hence using the same axis, sketch a suitable straight line that satisfies the equation modulus sine x equals to k. And they said it will produce 4 number of solutions and then state the range of values of k. Soalan ni sama dengan SBP paper 2, okay? Because in SBP paper 2, they also ask like this, alright? If you want to refer back, you can refer back to, I think it's the SBP paper lah, but I'm not sure, okay? Alright, so let's come back here. How to solve this question? Usually in this soalan, after they sketch, they will always ask you to draw a line. Okay, and then after you draw a line, they ask you to determine the number of solution. Am I right? But for this question, they give you the number of solution. They give you the number of solution. They tell you it's the 4 number of solution, and then they want you to lukis balik the line. So how? Okay, actually I silap lah. This question is not in SPP actually. It's in the blue book. I forget which set lah. Okay, I remember I don't know lah. I forgot already lah. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, but whatever lah. Okay, so modulus sine x equals to k. They tell you they have 4 number of solutions. Means you have to draw the line yourself. So how to draw the line yourself? Okay, your step 1 is always make tukar supaya the equation ni jadi ada y. Alright, and how to change this supaya dia ada y? You have to refer balik the equation B just now. So can you see y equals to modulus sine x? So this thing I can replace jadi y equals to k. It means even though I don't know what's the value of k, but I know this line is a non-gradient line. This line is a completely horizontal line. It won't be a sengit line, okay? Because the equation of the line is y equals to number. It means it will not be like this, right? It's either like this, or 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 like this, right? But we have a clue. We have a clue here. Okay, they help us. They say got 4 number of solution. So what if I draw at the line y equals to 1? How many number of solution will I have? I have 1 solution and 2 solution. So not correct lah. Y cannot be 1. Y cannot be 1. Or you can also say k cannot be 1. So what if I draw down a bit, like down a bit? How many number of solution? 1, 2, 3, 4. It means the y equals to k can actually be down a bit. It can be here also. Okay. Maksudnya, the y equals to k, the k can be in between 0 and 1. Okay. It cannot be 1. The k cannot be 1 because if y equals to 1, have only 2 solutions. I need 4 solutions. So it can be 1 or like maybe down 1, below 1 can, below 1 can. But it cannot be y equals to 0 because if y equals 0, got 1, 2, 3 number of solutions. okay? But anywhere above 0, okay, and anywhere in between 0 and 1, both will give you 4 number of solution. All right, that's why the range of values of k is in between 0 and 1. All right, that's how you do it. Okay, let's go. Number 5. Diagram 3 shows quadrilateral AEFG. Okay, let's check and see. AEFG, all right. And triangle ABD, okay. BD and AG intersect at C. BD and AG intersect at C. Okay, boleh. So far, nothing important here. And then, okay, now this is important. AB is 4x. Label 4x. And then CB is negative 1 over 2y. CB. So the arrow have to point towards B, negative 1 over 2y. And then GF is 3 over 2y. GF. So pointing down here, 3 over 2y. EF is 3x. So like this, pointing up 3x. BC ratio CD is 2 ratio 3, means BC will be 2 ratio 2. And then CD will be ratio 3. Okay. It means I can find DC actually. Okay. You just take negative 1 over 2y, divide 2, and then times 3. Okay. But kalau dia ada suruh cari, kalau ada guna, baru kita carilah. Okay. So soalan A, question 1, they want to find vector AC. So to find vector AC, I can just take AB plus BC lah. It's very easy. AB plus BC. And vector AB is 4x plus BC. BC, okay, CB is negative 1 over 2y. So BC tukar tanda lah. Jadi positive 1 over 2y. Negative jadi positive. And that's the answer. 4x plus 1 over 2y. Okay, for soalan number 2, they want to find vector AD. Okay, AD, I can take AC plus CD. The reason is because I already have my AC. So it's very easy to do if I do like this. Okay, better than AB plus BD lah. Okay, because I know my AC already. I just did AC. All right, so AC is 4x plus 1 over 2y plus this vector CD. But the CD I don't know, right? But they got give ratio just now, remember? Okay, let's do it here lah, because not enough space. So AD is equals to what? AC plus CD, and then AC is 4x plus 1 over 2y. Okay, and for CD, I don't have, right? So if I don't have, I need to find CD first lah. So how to find CD? Okay, first of all, you can take negative 1 over 2y. Okay, we can use this lah. We can use this because they say BC over CD is 2 over 3. It means when you darab silang, it means 3 times BC equals to 2 times CD. Am I right? Equals, if you darab silang, okay, 2 times CD. And you know BC is 1 over 2y. Not negative 1 over 2y. BC is the balik. That's why you have to tukar another. And then here will be 2 times CD lah. And I can find CD here. I just take 1 over 2y times 3 divide 2. So you get like 1 over 2 times 3 is 3 over 2y. 3 over 2y bahagi 2 is 3 over 4y. That's why vector CD is 3 over 4y here. Okay, not negative 3 over 4. If you forgot to tukar tanda, you'll be wrong also. All right, because the direction is like down here. CD. This one is going up. All right. Okay, so 4x 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4 is 6 over 4, I think. So it's 3 over 2y lah. Okay, so the answer is this. All right. Okay. Betul lah. 1 over 2 plus 3 over 4. No lah. Okay, it's 5 over 4. Sorry. Yeah, because this is times 2 times 2, so 2 plus 3 is 5 over 4. Okay, I see that. Sorry. Okay, but yeah, this is the correct answer. All right. Okay, so let's have A. Now let's look at B. Okay, B, they say what? Okay, I'll do down here lah, because yeah. All right, so B. So AG is lambda times of AC. So AG is lambda AC. And then AE is mu times of AD. So AE is mu times of AD. And then they say express vector AF in terms of lambda. And then question 2 also express vector AF, but this time in terms of mu. All right. So in terms of, this one is in terms of lambda, this one in terms of mu. Maksudnya, bila kita buat soalan number 1, we have to use this info because they want the answer in terms of lambda. So you must use this info no matter what. And then when you go to question 2, you will use this info because the question 2, they want in terms of mu, right? So question 1, they want to find AF, right? Yeah, AF. And you have to use this info no matter what, because they want the answer in terms of lambda. So how you want to do it? This one is AF, this one is AG. So what is the what I can do here? I can write AG plus GF. Okay. And the AG I change to lambda AC. And then GF I just tengok atas. I tengok A. A ada tak GF? A tak ada kan? Then tengok diagram. See? 3/2y. So you can just put in 3/2y here. And the lambda AC, the AC you can tengok A. If A tak ada, then you tengok diagram. Okay, so you can see A actually you find already AC. 4x plus 1/2y. So you put 4x plus 1/2y. So the answer will be 4 lambda x plus 1/2 lambda y plus 3/2y. So don't leave your answer like that lah. Okay, try to jadikan dia ada satu x satu y saja. So what you can do, you factorize out the y, so it become 1/2 lambda plus 3/2 like this. So this is the answer lah. All right. So question number 2, they also want you to find AF, but this time is in terms of mu. In terms of mu means you have to use this info now, no matter what. So how to use? This one is AE, bro, but I want AF. So how? AE plus EF, all right? So AE is, AE you just change to mu AD lah, okay? So can you see now your answer will have mu? That's why you have to refer here. Okay, what's EF? Tengok atas, all right? Mesti ada punya EF. Can you see 3x? So masuk like 3x. And then the mu AD, the AD you just masuk lah, vector AD. You do already just now AD, 4x plus 5/4y. Mesti macam tu one. Vector is always like that one. When you do soalan B, you will use the jawapan dari A, okay? Okay, darah masuk. 4 mu x plus 5/4 mu y plus 3x. And now you can factorize out the x. So it becomes 4 mu plus 3 and then plus 5/4 mu y. Okay? And then mesti dia akan suruh awak cari mu and lambda. Confirm. Okay? You see? Hence find the value of lambda and mu. Yeah. Okay, very easy one. So how to find lambda and mu? Just take these two equations and do simultaneous lah. Because they are both AF. AF, AF. So they are both the same vector. Okay? Just different jalan only, but they are the same. So 4 lambda x plus 1/2 lambda plus 3/2y equals to 4 mu plus 3x plus 5/4 mu y. And then you can take coefficient of x equals coefficient of x. 4 lambda equals to 4 mu plus 3. And then coefficient of y equals coefficient of y. So 1/2 lambda plus 3/2 equals to 5/4 mu. Okay, this one is lambda. And now you do simultaneous. Okay, but wait, this one got fraction. I don't like it. So let's try to hilangkan the fraction. Everything times 4. So times 4, 2 lambda times 4. 4 times 3, 12, divided 2, 6 times 4, 5 mu. Okay. And then I susun lah, because this one is lambda mu, lambda equals number and then mu. So 2 lambda equals to 5 mu minus 6. Okay, I susun supaya dia punya position sama. And then now what I do is I take this one, I times 2. Okay, supaya dia akan jadi, supaya I can do penghapusan later. Alright, I samakan dulu. So it becomes 4 lambda equals to times 2 is 10 mu, and then times 2 is 12. Right, and then I can transfer this up here. So 4 lambda equals to 10 mu minus 12. And then I minus 4 mu, 4 lambda, 0, 4 minus 10, negative 6 mu, 3 plus 12, 15. So 6 mu equals to 15, mu equals to 15/6. So 5/2. But I need to find lambda also. So ganti balik lah. 4 lambda, 4 times 5/2 equals to 10 mu minus 12. Potong-potong dapat 10 here. 10 plus 12 is 22, 10 mu, and mu equals to 11/5. Right? So that is the answer. Alamak, wait. Betul lah saya buat. Mu 5/2, right? Okay. 4 times 5/2 is 10 lah. 10 plus 12, 22. Okay, what's 22 divided 10? 11/5, right? 11/5. So the answer is different. Oh, okay, I know already. Okay, this one is mu lah. Yeah, I silap ganti already. Okay.
The mu I should ganti into this part. Okay, I silap ganti already. Okay, sorry. So it will be 4 lambda equals to 10 mu minus 12. So ganti here. I silap ganti already. I go and ganti at the lambda just now. Okay, this one is mu. Okay. Alright, so potong dapat 5. So 4 lambda equals to 25 minus 12. 25 minus 12, 13. So lambda is 13 over 4. Okay. So that's the answer. Okay, wait. Let me write cantik sikit. Okay, like this lah. 13 over 4. Alright, that's the answer. Okay, let's go to question number 6. All right. So they say given the first derivative of this is blah blah blah, find value of h. So let's kecilkan and write the no need lah, no need kecilkan. I'll just do beside lah. Okay, I'll just do beside because it's easier. So I will just write here soalan A. So they say the first derivative means d dx. Okay, means differentiate. Okay. Differentiate this thing, you will get here, right? So differentiate 3x bracket x squared plus 5 power 4 equals to this thing, right? But and then they say find value of h, and value of h is here. So you can just ignore this first. You just differentiate yourself. Okay, you get your own dy dx and then take your dy dx and this dy dx and then you compare. Right? It means for now, you will not use this as an info. Okay, you will only use this after you do your own dy dx. Okay, let's do dy dx. So how to do my own dy dx? So 4, can I letak depan? Can I do this? 4 times 3x 12x and then x squared plus 5 power 3. Boleh ke? Boleh buat macam ni ke? And then differentiate bracket. Boleh ke? Tak boleh ah, tak boleh. Because if depan ada x means you cannot do like that one. You cannot take the 4 terus letak depan. You have to use the UV method. Okay, I told you before, if other x already means you cannot already. So you have to use UV for this. There's no other method. You have to use UV. Okay, because power 4 you cannot expand also, and then the 4 cannot letak depan also. So you have to use UV method, and you will use the UV formula, which is salin U differentiate V tambah salin V differentiate U. So salin U 3x differentiate V. Okay, this one you can now the 4 you letak depan, and then x squared plus 5 power 3, and then don't forget to differentiate bracket is 2x. And then plus salin V differentiate U. Salin V x squared plus 5 power 4 differentiate U differentiate 3x is 3 lah. And then now you can darab masuk 3x times 4 is 12x times 2x is 24x squared. And then bracket x squared plus 5. Betul lah saya buat? 8 times. Yeah. And then plus with 3 bracket x squared plus 5 power 4. Right? And then now you can factorize. 24 and 3, you can take out the 3 here. Okay. The x jangan ambil lah because belakang tak ada x mah. And then here is x squared plus 5 power 3. I tinggal the 3. And then here is x squared plus 5 power 4. So you can take x squared plus 5 power 3. And then use the big bracket. Okay, 24x squared, I take out the 3 already. I bahagi 3 already. So I left with 8x squared. And then x squared plus 5 power 3, I take out x squared plus 5 power 3. So tak payah tulis. And then plus 3, I take out 3, nothing left. X squared plus 5 power 4, I take out power 3, tinggal x squared plus 5 power 1. Right? So it'll be 3, and then x squared plus 5 power 3, and here will be 9x squared plus 5. And then before you stop, just double check whether you can factorize or not. If you still can factorize, means you have to factorize. Means your answer is still not the final answer yet. But this one cannot factorize already. Okay? Yeah, because 9 and 5, yeah, cannot already. So this is the final answer. But they want to find value of h. So what is the value of h here? So you compare lah. You see, 3, 3. X squared plus 5, x squared plus 5. Power 3, power 3. H x squared plus 5. 9x squared plus 5. So h is 9. That's the answer. Okay, siap. Okay, let's go to soalan B. Diagram 4 shows an inverted cone. Inverted means terbalik with a base diameter of 12. So the radius is 6. Okay. The radius of the cone is 6. Right. And then the height of 18 cm. So the tinggi is 18. Given the height of water in the cone is h and the radius of water is r. So they label that already. So nothing important up here. Okay. Just skip it. Just tengok bawah sini. The water leaks out through a small hole at the tip of the cone. So there's a hole here. And then the water like starts leaking out. All right. Calculate the small changes. When you see the word small change, you know it's delta. So small change in height means delta H equals to question mark. When the volume decreases from 8 pi, so the V is 8 pi and then change to 7.5 pi. So I can find the delta V. Just take 7.5 minus 8, so it's negative 0.55. And in small change, you always have to use this formula, right? dy dx almost equals to delta y over delta x, right? But this one you will not use dy dx lah. You will use dv dh, okay? dv dh almost equals to delta v over delta h. And the delta v is negative 0.55. And then the delta h, you nak cari. You nak cari, that's the final answer. It means sekarang you kena cari dv/dh. Okay, sekarang you kena cari dv/dh. Alright. So how to find dv/dh? This is a code. And can you see they even give you the formula? In case you don't know the formula, okay, they give you the formula also, all right, to make it easy for you, okay? So yeah, you will use the formula of cone. So V equals to 1 over 3 pi r square h. But wait, before you differentiate, I got mentioned this a lot of times, many times in class also. If there's two unknowns on the right hand side, you cannot differentiate, okay? It has to be V in terms of R or V in terms of H. If it's V in terms of R, then it will be dV/dr. If it's V in terms of H only, then it will be dV/dh. But it cannot have two unknown like that. Means you have to try to hilangkan one of it. So which one do you think I will try to hilangkan? Of course, I will hilangkan the R because I need dV/dh here so that I can ganti masuk here. I need the dV/dh now. I don't want the dV/dr. I want the dV/dh. So the R I have to gantikan with something. I have to gantikan with something, and it has to be in terms of H. Are you clear? I repeat again. You have to try to hilangkan the R so that you can find dV/dh. But the R you have to gantikan with something. The R you have to find R in terms of H, basically. Okay. A lot of students they will think that you can just gantikan the R6. Tak boleh lah, tak boleh. Okay. You cannot masukkan this. You need an equation. You need an equation where it's R in terms of H. Okay. So I'll tell you how to do it. Okay. I'll tell you how to do. This, can you see the radius is 6 and then the height is 18 here? It means from here to here is 18, right? So it means this is 18, this is 90 degree, okay? And this smaller one is, here is R and this small one here is H, okay? The 18 is the whole thing, the H is just the shorter one. So actually I can say that R over 6 equals to R over 6, H over 18 like that. Because the enlargement scale factor should be the same, right? If you take here, bahagi here, it will be same with H bahagi dengan 18. So it means R is equals to H over 18, hantar jadi times 6, like that, all right? And when H over 18 times 6, you will get 6H over 18, so H over 3. Yeah, that's why the R, you have to ganti H over 3, okay? So like this. Now you can differentiate already, but expand first. 1 over 3 pi h square. So, okay, I just write h square and then 3 square is 9, right? So over 9, right? But I can also write 1 over 9 like this, okay? And then times with h. So V equals to 1 over 27 pi h times h square times h is h cos theta. And then dV dh, 3 over 27, right? So 1 over 9, right? And then pi h cos 2, okay? And before you ganti masuk into this part, you have to substitute h first. And the h you ganti what? You ganti the original value, remember? You ganti the original value. But this is not the origin. This is the original value for v, not the original value for h. So how you want to ganti masuk? You have to, so 1 over 9 pi h square, the h you have to ganti with the original value, but this is the original value of v. So what you do is you have to masuk to the original equation and then keluar balik. So the v8 pi, you will ganti into this equation to get the h, all right? So I will write, maybe I'll write here. So 8 pi, okay? And then equals to 1 over 27 pi h cos theta. The reason I'm doing this is because I need to get the value of h so that I can ganti here to get the dV/dh. So pi and pi boleh potong. H cos 3, 8 times 27, I believe is 216. And then h is cube root 216. 6, right? So if h equals to 6, then I can ganti 6 here. 6 squared is 36, divide 9 is 4 pi. So this is 4 pi. So the delta H will be negative 0.5 pi bahagi 4 pi. Okay, just tukar tempat pi and pi potong. So delta H is 0.5 divided 4. So negative 0.125. Okay, and the answer would be in cm lah. Am I right? Small change in height, right? So yeah, cm. So yeah, that's the answer. So sudah siap kan? Yeah, right? So that's all. Okay, finally we are at the last question, number 7. So let's go. Okay, 7, 8. This one is janjang lah, progression, right? Okay, let's see. The sum to infinity of a geometric progression is 6. Okay, so sum to infinity is 6. Okay, and the sum to infinity formula is a over 1 minus r. Okay, and then they say sum of first two term is 5 1 over 3, which is 16 over 3, right? So S2 is sum of first two term, right? S2, right? So 16 over 3. Okay, but you know S2 is also can also mean T1 plus T2, right? Right. And then they say find possible common ratio. So what I will do is, okay, S2 means T1 plus T2, and I know the formula for the T1 is will be the A, T2 will be the AR power, because Tn is AR power n minus 1. So if I want to find T2, it's AR power 1 lah. That's why it's AR here. And for S infinity, it's A over 1 minus R equals to 6. And then I take these two equations and I do simultaneous. Okay. So how to do simultaneous? Okay, I have an idea. You find A both sides. Here you will find A, so it will be 6 minus 6R. And then here also you will find A. And then you do A equals to A, and then you ganti like that. All right. But how to find A from here? Factorize lah. Factorize first, like this, 16 over 3. And then A equals to 16 over 3 bahagi dengan 1 minus 1 plus R. Okay. So 16 over 3 bahagi 1 plus R. So how? 16 over 3 plus 3R lah. Okay. Yeah, and then you will take these two equation and then equals. Okay, so it'll be 6 minus 6R equals to 16 over 3 plus 3R. And then pindah jadi darab, so it becomes 6 minus 6R darab dengan 3 plus 3R equals to 16. Darab masuk, 6 times 3 is 18. Darab dapat 18R, negative 6R times 3, negative 18R, negative 6R times 3R, negative 18R square equals to 16. 18R minus 18R is 0. So left with negative 18R square. 18 minus 16 is positive 2 equals 0. I can tukar tanda. So just tukar tanda, tukar tanda. And then I can also simplify, divide by 2 here. All right. And this one I can factorize. But this one you don't need calculator one. This one factorize, you just change the 9 to 3 square and change the 1 to 1 square. Buka 2 bracket. 3R1, 3R1, 1 minus, 1 plus. So the R is 1 over 3, the other R is negative 1 over 3. That's it. Okay. But if you use calculator, you get the same answer also. Okay. All right, that's the answer. So there's two answers. Okay. Okay, let's look at soalan B. Soalan B says what? Okay, I think soalan B and soalan A is not related, so I'll just skip the whole thing. All right. So soalan B, they say, okay, I'll do here, soalan B. During the outbreak of the flu virus in town A, approximately the rate of infection increased daily by 15%. If they say increased by 15% means times 1.15. Okay, it means 115%. Means 1.15. Okay, from the previous day. Given that on the 1st July, the number of cases is 30. So 1st July, 1 July, the number of cases is 30 cases. Okay, and then it will keep increasing by 1.15 lah. So you will times 1.15. Okay, let's tekan. 30 times 1.15. 34.5 case on the 2nd July. Okay. And then if I times 1.15 again, it's 39.675. So 39.675 on the 3rd day, on the 3 July. Okay. So this is a geometric progression, obviously lah. Okay, because you darab. So A is 30, R is 1.15. Okay. And then they say what? Number 1, find the estimated total case for the month of July. So the total case for the whole of July, it will be S30. Okay. No. S31. Because July got 31 days. All right. Not T31. Not T31. Because if you use T31, you are only finding the case in the 31st July. On you're only finding case on that day, on the 31st July, on that day only. but I want the total case for the whole month. So you should find the S31, right? So the S31 will be what? So you will use the formula. So what's the SN formula? A bracket. Okay, your R is bigger than 1, right? So it will be R power n minus 1 over R minus 1. This is the SN formula. So A is 30, R power n, so 1.15 power n power 31 minus 1 over R minus 1, so 1.15 minus 1, right? So you just use your calculator, tekan the whole thing, then you get the answer. Okay, I know 1.15 minus 1 is 0.15. So I will tekan what? 1.15 quasar 331 equals, and then answer minus 1 equals, and then answer times 30 equals, and then answer divide 0.15. So the answer is 15028, 15028.707071. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so if you estimate the case, if you want to estimate the total case for month of July, you can say it's 15028 cases. Okay, I think if you write 15029 also can, because I remember the schema they accept 15028 and 15029. Okay, they remove both. So yeah, so it's not important whether you round off or not lah. Okay, but soalan number 2, starting from 1st of August. Okay, 1st of August it means July finish already lah. Okay, now it's August. Preventative measures has been taken by the local authority to deal with the outbreaks. Okay, means the in July, bulan July, the case is like 1st July is 30 case, and then it keeps increasing by 15%. But starting from August, the government, okay, the kerajaan start to implement the MCO already. Contoh lah, okay. So 1 August, starting from 1 August, so the case is so preventative measures has been taken by the local authority. The number of new case on 1st August is 2284. Okay, so 2284, right? And then the number of case in 31st August is 45464. So the last day, 31st August is what is it? 45464. The last day, right? So these are all what? These are all number of new cases. New cases. New cases. Okay. Okay. Determine the estimated infection rate from 1st August until 31 August. So they want to find what? Estimated infection rate. It means same like this lah. But just now the rate of infection is 15%. But this one, it won't be 15% anymore. I believe it will be smaller than 1.15 lah. You know why? Because you do the MCO it means the rate will decrease. If the rate increase, then it means your that's why they will ask you, do the preventative measures give positive effect or not? So if the R you get is smaller than 1.15, it means it's a good thing. It means the MCO actually reduce the rate of infection. Okay, it makes the situation better lah. But if the R is bigger than 1.15, means like even more new case, So it means like the rate of infection increased. It means it has a negative effect. Okay. So now we need to find the R to see whether it will give positive effect or not. So how to find the R? Okay, I know my A. I have two info, right? T1 is 2284. This one is T31. Okay, it's T31 because it's 31 August. So 45464. So my A is 2284, but I don't know my R. Okay, but it's okay, I can find. So this is geometric also. So it will be Tn formula will be AR power n minus 1. The A will be 2284. R, I don't know, I need to find. And then power n minus 1 is 30 lah. 31 minus 1 is 30 equals to 45464. And then R power 30 equals to 45464. Divide 2284. I get like so big. How to write? I can just write. I write in fraction lah. 11366 over 571. And then I need to find R. I will tambah log both sides. And then the power I can letak depan lah, right? And then equals to this one also tambah log here. 11366 over 571. But I will use the answer button because I don't want to tekan this again. All right. So you just tekan log answer, log 10 answer. Okay. So I want to find R, right? So let's tekan log 10 answer first. Log 10 answer equals, and then answer divide 30. Okay, divide 30. Because the 30 here you will throw there become 9.
And then after you divide 30, you get like 0.04, blah, 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 blah. It's okay. Just tekan 10 power answer. Okay, because this one is 0.04322930, something like that. 433. And then I want to find R, so 10 power answer. 10 power answer. 1.105. Okay. So my R, is it bigger than the previous in bulan July or smaller than bulan July? It's smaller, right? Because this one is 1.15. Now it's 1.105. So it's smaller than 1.15, right? Smaller than 1.15. So do the preventative measures give positive effect? Yes. So I'll write yes. Let's write a reason because R equals to 1.105, smaller than 1.15. Okay, I can also write since, okay, I'll write a since R is 1.105, which is smaller than 1.15, the how did I ask just now? The preventative measures, okay, preventative measures gave a positive effect, gave a positive effect. Okay, it means it helps. All right, it helps because the R decreased already. The rate of infection decreases. Means if the rate of infection decreases, means the all the SOP they got follow lah. It means they got follow and it gives you a positive effect. Okay. Okay, done already. Okay, for question 8 until question 15, I'll just go through with you lah. Okay, but I won't do. Okay. So number 8, this one is what is it? Probability distribution. So you do it by yourself. So they say what? In a survey, 3 students is selected. So 1 out of 3. So probability is selected 1/3. And then not selected is 2/3. And then blah blah blah. Percentage that exactly a student is not selected is, so not selected means px equals to let's see, px equals to not selected, not selected. Okay, let's finish reading first. The percentage that actually a student is not selected is equal to 10 times the percentage of all students selected. Okay, for this case, you can take your p anyone you want also can. Let's say you can take p is for selected, and then the q is 2/3. Then if you write like this, then it will be px equals 0 because they say not selected is equals to 10 times percentage for all students selected. So px equals to n like that. All right. And then you write, they want to find the value of n, and then nc0 1/3 power 0 2/3 power n equals to 10 times ncn 1/3 power n, and then 2/3 power n. This one is 1, this one is 1, so 2/3 power n equals to, this one is 1. This one is 10 times 1/3 power n, and then times with 2/3 power n. This one can potong. And then I think it's like 1/10 equals to 1/3 power n. And then n is like log, tambah log both sides. And then you divide. Yeah, and then you get the answer like that, right? I will just go through lah. I won't do okay. I just go through with you. Okay, but that's how you do it lah. Okay, that's how you do it. You can do it by yourself. Okay, if you're not sure, you can ask me. All right. Wait. This one is 0 lah. N minus n is 0. Okay, sorry. This one is 0. Because here is n, here is n, so n minus n, this one is 0. It means wait. Exactly a student, alamak. A student is not selected. A student is not selected. A student is not selected. So wrong already. Sorry. If a student is not selected, and I'm using my P is for probability of selected, this one is selected probability, means I have to write Px equals to 2 lah. Here. Okay, here I have to write Px equals to 2. So it will be nc2 1/3 power 2 2/3 power 1. Wait, let me think. A student is not selected now.
and my probability of success is selected, not. Okay. A student is not selected. Okay. Then I cannot treat my P is 1/3 already. I cannot write Px equals 2 also because we don't know the n, right? We don't know the n. So I will write like this. I'll write like this. I will write like this. Okay. For this question, I will do it like this. All right. It will be one student not selected, so it will be NC1, and this will be the student for not selected probability, which is 2/3. And then it will be power 1, and then 1/3 power student is not selected. So here will be n minus 1. And then equals to 10 times, right? 10 times. So 10 times with percentage of all students selected. So all students selected will be NCN, and then bracket, and this will be the selected property. Means it will be terbalik. You won't masuk 2/3, you masuk 1/3 and 2/3, and this will be n, this will be 0. This one can potong because it's 1. NC1 is actually n. And then times with 2/3, and then times with 1/3 power n minus 1 equals to 10 times 1/3 power n. 2/3n, okay, times with 1/3 power n times with 1/3 power -1 equals to 10 times 1/3 power n. Potong, 2/3n equals to 10. 1/3 power -1 is 3. Okay, it's 3. So it's just 10/3 lah, and then 2n equals to 10, n equals to 5 lah. Okay, so yeah, that's the answer. All right, but this one I just go through only lah. Okay, so yeah, so that's how you do it lah. A, and then B you do it by yourself lah. Okay, this one is also the probability distribution. This one is linear law. This one got log. Got log, right? So please be careful because usually the linear law yang students selalu tak boleh buat is the one yang ada involve log. Okay, so the y-axis is, oh, they never give. Oh yes, the y-axis is log p, the x-axis is t. So you buat sendiri, alright. You can ask me one. If you're not sure, you can text me and then ask me one. Okay, this one number 10 is coordinate geometry. We have perpendicular bisector. Okay, remember perpendicular bisector, you always have to find the midpoint. Okay, because equation you have to use y minus y equals to gradient x minus x. For the gradient, you can find the gradient of, okay, the gradient you can just terbalikkan and tukar tanda because it's perpendicular, right? But for the x1 and the y1, you need to masuk a point, and the point has to be the midpoint of AC. Okay, mesti. Okay, you do it by yourself, right? And then area of quadrilateral ABCD, this one you use the area formula. C is locus. Remember, locus mesti will confirm will use the distance formula. Okay, the square root, bracket square plus bracket square. Here will be x minus x, here will be y minus y. Confirm one. But in Addmaths, when you see the word locus, confirm will use the distance formula. All right, so you can do it by yourself. And if you're not sure, you can send a picture to me, okay? And then if you want me to check for you, if that's what you want, I can do it. Number 11, this is integration. You can try yourself. Area of shaded region, blah blah blah, volume. All right. And then we have index number. You can try and see. This one is MRSM punya index number. And then we have solution of triangle. Okay, this one got ambiguous case, right? Yeah. If a straight line is extended, so you can try and see. And they got mentioned this one is obtuse angle. So confirm this one is use sine rule. Confirm use sine rule. Because this perangkap, this trap will only happen in sine rule. It's called the sine rule trap, where it has one answer, but you need to take the other answer, the obtuse angle, the quadrant 2 answer, it means, right? So this question confirm use sine rule one, even though I haven't do it, but I know already. Because just from the question, you can tell already. Okay, number 2 is ambiguous case. This one is area of pentagon. I think you have to take area of triangle. You have to use area of triangle plus area of triangle. Okay, means you have to take 1/2 AB sine C plus 1/2 AB sine C. Okay, okay, so you can do it by yourself. This one just ignore. This one is kinematic, just ignore. This one is linear programming. You can do also. This one just draw on the graph and then check whether you did it correctly or not. You can check the answer is okay. You have the answer, right? You have the schema jawaban. If you're not sure, you can ask me. Okay, all right. So that's all. So this will be the last video. So, yep. Bye bye.